Hey there, this is a level 2 class. It's 60 minutes long. It is a riff off a level 1 class that I've done. It's a great way for those of you that want to progress sort of into level 2 to kind of see what I see as level 2. And a lot of times it's the instruction is different. A lot of times different poses require different things from different people that haven't gotten to a place in their bodies where that's comfortable, but mostly all poses are accessible in some way, shape, or form. This sequence will be very similar sequentially to the level 1 class, but it will be different in many ways. So enjoy. I suggest if you're interested, you take both classes. We'll begin on our backs and in a lying down position with the arms out to the right and to the left. So with your arms out to the right and to the left, this class is mostly about rotation. So we're going to start with a supine twist. Press down into the feet, lift your bum up, and move the bum to the left, bring it over to the left as far as you can. So you're almost already on the outside of that right hip. You're going to pick up your feet, bring your knees over to the right, keep your knees in line with your hips, and bring the inner edges of your feet together so they're active. Now press into the back of your head and your right forearm, and rotate that right rib cage more towards the ceiling and lower the left side of the rib cage more towards the floor. Great. And then you're going to pause here. Reach out through the bones of your arms into the bones of your hands. And now I'd like you just to address your breathing instead of kind of warming up the breath in a way that's sort of specific to pranayama. I just want you to get right in there and begin to even out your breath in the way that has your inhalation and your exhalation be even, not only in length but in quality. Good, and then inhale, both legs come up, feet to the floor. Exhale, move your hips as far to the right as you can, so you roll right onto the outer left hip, knees to the left, knees in line with that left hip, and you can press into the back of your head and readjust your rib cage, so you get more of that upper back to twist, right side rib cage down, left side up. Reach out through your arms. And if your breath changed while moving your physical body, try to just even out the breath and enjoy that. So it's not like evening out the breath is an enforced thing. Don't enforce pranayama on yourself. You want to find how to, it's like double Dutch. You can do it. If you think about it, you're going to get caught up in the ropes. It's not going to be, or if you get too hard at doing it, it's not going to be fluid. For those of you that play double Dutch, jump roping. Excellent, my friends. Come back to center on an inhalation. Rock up to a seat. Sit on something. I'm going to sit on a folded blanket tuft. Sit on whatever you can. Sit up. Bring your legs out in front of you. Good. You're going to grab your right shin. You're going to grab your left shin. And you're going to cross your right shin in front of the left. Cross at the mid shin. Try to engage some of the outer shin muscles down by the foot. Engage the foot muscles so that your outer ankle bones aren't resting on the floor. Keep them lifted. Great, you're going to take your right hand to the floor and stretch your left arm up. Then you're just going to begin to do this movement. And just start here. Left arm up, left arm crosses. And that right hand can travel as the ribs rotate from left to right. It's really an arm movement. Ribs will rotate just enough to face that right knee. Just get that going. Good, keep moving. Up, across, boom, 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 boom. Here we go, here we go. Now you're going to add in the abdominal work. So as you go up with the left arm and cross it to the right, the belly is going to rotate in the opposite direction. So your belly is going to rotate from right to left. And that really works well with a forced exhale. You want to exhale from deep in the low belly. I'll start to do that and you'll hear the sound in my voice. All right, next time that left arm comes up, hold. Lift your chest up towards your nose. Good, and then cross. And you turn the palm face out and bring it to the outside of the leg. Your right arm is going to wrap back behind you and see if you can reach your right arm around towards the left thigh or the left outer hip. But rotate now in the direction of the left arm. So turn back to center. Keep your gaze looking over the left shoulder and then just slowly peel your ribs to the right. Lift those outer ankle bones up. And lift your spine from the bottom part way up to the belly, the front of the belly to the back of the ribs. Lift the middle of your spine to the upper spine. Lower your breastbone down and come back on an inhale. Great, switch the cross of your legs. Left leg in front, feet active. Left fingertips on the floor. The hand will be moving as the body moves arm up, and just move the arm. Good. And then add the abdominal work. So it's from deep in the belly. Belly moves from left to right. One more. Right arm comes up. Do that exhale again and hold. Right palm faces out. You're going to wrap the left arm behind your back. And then turn your ribs towards your right arm. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Keep the gaze there and then start to turn the ribs away. Keep those ankles lifted. Now lift from the low spine to the belly. Lift from the low spine to behind the belly, to the ribs, to the chest, and unwind. Awesome. Take the legs out, give them a shake. You're gonna cross your right leg in front again. I got this from the Kundalini tradition. We do this over at Good Yoga in the house special. And it's another active exhale, but the inhale sort of happens on its own. You'll hear it in the recording. I'm not going to be able to talk while I do it. The hand placement, you can choose. Sometimes it's nice just to have the fingers at the rib cage. This can be really nice, especially for what we're doing. You can have the fingers on top of the shoulders. I'm going to do rib cage, but generally you want the elbows to be about the height of the mid-shoulder. And so when you begin, it's with an exhale, and you'll begin, the first pump out of the breath, the first exhalation will be to the left, and then we'll go right on the inhale. And you're going to try to make sure that the arms aren't moving independently, that they're moving with the torso. They're connected to the torso, and they're just moving subsequently from the torso rotating. Great, let's begin. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and just let it go out through the mouth. Good, sit tall. A short inhale, exhale. Hyperventilation, I agree. But continue to breathe while you rest. Relax the back side of your nostrils, back sides of your eyes, the back side of your brain. Relax your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Relax into the back of the mouth, top of your throat. Relax the space behind your heart. Notice that energy stirring around in the body. How can you harness some of it for some of the bigger postures? Let's switch the cross of the legs. Cross the left in front of the right. Strengthen the ankles. Find a hand position, whether at the chest or at the shoulders. Sit tall. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And then a short breath in. Exhale right. And rest. Swallow, soften, connect with a softer breath. Don't stop breathing. Even it out. Nice work. Okay. If you can sit on something higher, then do so. If you have a couple blocks around your house, sit on a double stack of blocks, like this, with your feet out in front. Now, if you can't get into a seat like this, maybe you have something, a coffee table you can sit on or something, figure it out. The arm position is the top of the hand goes back and the shoulder goes forward. I'll show you from the side. So the top of the hand goes to the back of the rib cage. Now as the hand travels around, try not to get the wrist to do this shape. Try to keep it like that. So it's the shoulder that rolls, not the wrist that folds. All right, so think about rolling from the shoulder, and you're looking to get your outer right elbow to the inside of the right knee. And as you can see, I just took my knee wide. I'm gonna clip it in there. And the shoulder is easier for me than the other side, but you can have your foot as wide as you need to have it. But do start to kind of press that leg in and look down. You might find it natural to find and move through your neck. If you're moving around, see if you can find one position to keep the neck and head. Relax the back of your eyes. Relax the back of your brain. Relax your mouth, back of your throat. Soften the back of your heart. Good, let that right arm come down. Give a little shimmy. Second side, left hand comes around. Elbow clips, knee draws in. And again, if movement is what you need, that's fine. a way that's not running away from this pressure at the outer shoulder. Make sure there's no pain. I know I don't need to say that, but and then find yourself not moving. Find that one position to hold in. In the level 1 class, I give an alternative to this. We're going to do it again. I'll show you the alternative if the first round, and I'm sorry, I should have showed you already, if this arm position wasn't accessible. Let that left arm come down, give it a shake. The alternative is to take your hand to your shoulder, just like we did in those twists, and then just cross it like that in front. And that hand can kind of roll in and down. All right, let's do it again. Hand to the ribs, to the inside of the knee. Do any movements that you think you need. And find some stillness. Now add the breathing. Stop thinking about your physical body. Regulate your breath. Even the breath out. If it helps and it's easy to train yourself to get to the breath by counting and evening it out that way, great. If you want to even it out by using symbolism, you can. You can think about, use imagery. You can listen to like a faint sound in your head. And then release that right arm down. It's a tough one. Wampa wampa. Left arm inside the knee. Or do the opposite position. You hold the shoulder and cross in front and then come down. Get that movement if you need it, and then find a position to hold. Get into your breathing. Samavriti pranayama. An evening out. Sama, you can translate it all the way to same. Vritti usually means occurrences or fluctuations. A similar occurring energy that we know as the breath. Let that left arm come down. Wiggle it. Good. Let's move this. Let's move these. Let's move our bodies. Vinyasa is part of class. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Lift your chin. Step your feet together so they're touching and strengthen your legs. Inhale your arms out to the right, to the left, and up overhead. Look up. Palms together. Stretch up. Exhale, move forward and down. Over your legs. Lower your head. Tuck your chin. Good. Inhale, reach your spine forward and look forward. Good. From here, exhale. If you need to have a blanket down on the mat for your back knee, you can. Step your left foot back. Bring your left knee down. Inhale your arms out and up overhead. Bring your palms together. Look up. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Bring your right knee down. Bring your torso up. Arms out to the right and to the left. Up overhead. Look up. Palms together. Exhale, arms up to the right, to the left, hands to the top of the mat. Step forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale and fold and tuck your chin. Inhale, rise to stand, feet together, arms overhead, hands together. Look up, stretch up. Exhale, release your arms down by your side. Inhale, your arms up to the right, to the left. Look up, stretch up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, lower your body, lower your head. Inhale, reach your spine forward, look forward. Now this time, exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, bring your knee down, bring your torso up, arms out and up, look up, inhale. Exhale, hands plant, step back into downward facing dog, exhale. Right foot steps forward, left knee down, torso up, arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat, step forward, spine forward, inhale. Exhale and fold, tuck the chin, tuck the low belly. Inhale, stand, feet together, arms overhead, hands together, look up, stretch up. Exhale, release the arms down by the side. Inhale, your arms back up overhead, look up. Exhale, come all the way forward and down, over your legs, lower your head. Inhale, reach your spine forward and look forward. Exhale, step your left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, body up, hands up. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right knee down. Body up, inhale, hands up. Good, exhale, hands down, step forward, look forward, breathe in. Exhale and fold, tuck your chin. Inhale, rise to stand, reach out and up overhead, hands together, look up. Exhale, release your arms down by your side. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, go forward and down over your legs, lower your head. Inhale, reach your spine forward, look forward. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat, bring the knee down, bring the body up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps, left knee down. Inhale, come on. Exhale, hands down, step forward, reach your spine forward, look forward. Exhale and fold, reach your arms all the way up to stand, look up, palms up. Exhale, release your arms down by your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your spine forward. Exhale, left foot back, knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, left foot steps, right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, spine forward, look forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, stand, look up. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, spin move back up overhead. Exhale, go forward and down over your legs. Inhale, spine forward. Good. Exhale, right foot back, knee down. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Come on up. Good. Hands to the top of the mat. Step forward, spine forward, look forward. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up to stand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down by your side and pause. Adding on to that. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach your spine forward, look forward. Exhale, left foot back, pause. Inhale, right arm reaches forward. Left arm reaches forward. And then swing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and twist. Good, then hands, step back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps. Reach the right arm forward. Hook the elbow to the outside of the knee and twist. Good, land the hands, step forward, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, look up. Exhale, release the arms by the side. Inhale, arms back up, look up. Exhale, come forward and down over your legs, lower your head. Reach your spine forward, look forward. Step your left foot back, knee down. Tired. Right knee down. Right arm forward, hook. Good, and twist. Down dog. Exhale. Now, right foot forward, left knee down, left arm forward, and twist. Good, hands down, step forward, spine forward, look forward. Exhale and fold. Stand, reach your arms out and up. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, spine forward, look forward. Exhale, left foot back, knee down, left arm forward, twist. Hands down, downward facing dog. Left foot steps, right knee down, right arm forward, and twist. Good, hands down, step forward, spine forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach out and up overhead, look up. Exhale, release your arms down by your side. Inhale, pick the arms back up. Exhale, come forward and down over your legs, lower your head. Inhale, reach your spine forward, look forward. Right foot steps back, right knee down, right arm forward, and twist. Elbow to the outside of the knee. Good, hands down, step back, down dog. Good, right foot steps forward, left knee down, left arm forward, and twist. Nice, untwist, hands plant, step forward, spine forward. Exhale, fold. Reach up to stand. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms down by your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, spine forward. Exhale, left foot back, knee down, left arm forward, and twist. And down dog. Good, left foot forward, right knee down, right arm forward, and twist. Good, and step forward, reach your spine forward, look forward, and fold. All the way to stand. One more. Inhale. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, reach your spine forward, look forward. Exhale, step the right foot back, right knee down, right arm forward, and twist. Good, down dog. All right, foot forward, left knee down, left arm forward and twist. Good. Step forward, reach your spine forward. Exhale, fold, and then come all the way up to stand. Reach up. Exhale, release your arms down by your side and pause. Okay. That was very vinyasa-y, if I do say so myself. So, let's see, we have a little bit more than a half hour left of class. We're done with moving like that. I couldn't keep teaching like that. So, we're gonna do another lunge, and this is with a quad stretch. So before I get into it, I'm gonna give you an option that is on your side. It's nothing fancy, but for a lot of us, this is great. So this can be your quad stretch. Here, I'll show you from behind. Hold the foot, keep your knee low. Now, if you need to pad up the back knee, you can, and grab your block. I'm gonna do this facing the side, so you can see it from the side. So you have your right foot forward and your left knee back. Now, your left hand is going to be on the block. Lean forward so much so that that left hip drops down. You're going to swing that right arm all the way back behind you. Keep leaning forward as you bend the left knee quickly and grab the foot. And then rotate to the right and keep a hold of that left foot with the right hand. Engage your outer left hip and your left buttock. And pull that right sit bone down. Reach that right knee forward. Rotate your ribs anymore. And then see if you can keep the hold of that left foot with the right hand. And take that left arm forward, and just like we did, swing it to the outside of the right knee. Now as you're in the twist, see if you can wrap your belly from right to left. And again, add the breath. Even inhale and exhale. Good. And then you're going to bring your left hand back to the block. Gently release that left foot. We'll do the other side. Left foot comes forward. Right hip drops down. Lift your chest, swing that left arm back. Grab that right foot. Start to rotate your ribs to the left. Engage the outer right hip, right buttock, and bring that left sit bone down. I so enjoy this. My dear friend Heather, I hope you're practicing, and I enjoy this one too. And just like we did those other lunges, can you bring the right arm forward? And then to the outside of the knee. Now as you rotate, try to keep your head back, not drop it forward. Lift your chest. And move your belly from left to right. And even out the breath. Good. Good. Bring your hand back to the block. Release that back foot. Wonderful. How's that? Fabulous? Yeah, I thought so. Sit. Maybe sit the long edge on your mat, but find some room in your house so you can take your legs out to the right and to the left. Please don't bring them out into the widest V you can. Have them less than that. Bring your hands right behind you. So I want the heel of the hand right next to the buttock. All right, so fingers will be spread. Heel of the hand near the thumb, right near your buttock. Good. Now, we'll start at the buttock. Engage the butt cheeks. Engage the outer hips, right where the wrists are. Then work into the legs. I'm going to touch my own legs. Go ahead and palpate the top of your thighs. Engage those muscles, the outer thighs. Engage those muscles, the inner thighs. Engage those muscles and press those thigh bones down. Return the hands, engage the buttocks. Good, pull the low belly back. Shrug your shoulders, roll the shoulders back a little bit. Now move the toes apart. And practice breathing. Find a gazing point. Keep pressing those thigh bones down. Reach the heels away. You're going to even out the breath. If you're still tired from those vinyasas, I am, deal with it. Don't mask it. Go in. It's okay to have your breath say, look, I'm expressing that I'm still tired. That's where you want to meet it. You don't want to keep masking it. There's so much masking in modern day yoga practice. It makes me sick. I won't get too far into that, but you want to address what you work with. And that isn't supposed to be pretty. It's just what it is. Being tired is normal. Good, then lean back. Wiggle it out. Shake it out, wiggle it out. Woo, 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 woo. All right, come back. Now, you're gonna roll over to the right so that you can bend your left knee and turn that left big toe forward. It doesn't have to get to the ground, but turn it forward. And you'll notice that that left sit bone may or may not be off the ground. I want you to roll to the right so your left sit bone is off the ground. The sit bone is at the base of the torso. It's that pointy, bony structure underneath the buttocks. Now, your right leg has rolled out to the right, and that's okay, but I want you to still keep that right outer hip strong and right outer thigh strong. Nice. Now, right hand off to the side, left arm up. Come back here. And as you exhale, I'm going to start to, and the arm goes up, and you inhale, I want you to lift that sit bone, and as you exhale, drop it down to keep that knee back. Next time that sit bone is down, leave it down, stretch up. You're going to flip the hands, you hold onto the outer shin, and lift your chest. Good, now stretch that left leg towards straight. Once again, you're going to turn your head to look back to center. Try to rotate your ribs towards center and sneak that hand behind your back. Lean away from the right leg. Now slide that left hand down the right shin. Grab the outside edge of the foot. And bend that left elbow and lower your chin and your face towards your right knee. And slide that right arm all the way around to the floor by the outer right foot. Now lift your head and chest, look over that left arm, move the left arm up towards the pinky toe. Hop the right arm through the shin in the left arm. Reach it towards the center of the legs. Now you're going to let go of that right foot and take that left arm all the way around and take that behind your back. Lift your chest and start to lean in towards that right leg. See if you can bend that right elbow down inside and then take your right arm to the inside. Lift your chest. All right, you're going to release left hand to the floor by the pelvis, right hand to the floor by the pelvis. Push up, lean back. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Walk, 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 walk. Back to center. Hands by the buttocks. Strengthen the fronts of the legs, inner thighs, sides of the legs, sides of the buttocks. Buttocks themselves. Stretch the pinky toes away from the fourth toe. Belly back, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, and stay charged. Press those thigh bones down, reach your heels away. Work with your breath. Good, give it a little shimmy. Wah, 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 wah. All right, you're gonna lean over the left, bend the right knee. Good, and that right sit bone should be off the ground. Roll that thigh in. Good. Take that left hand. Take it, so your left knee might be bent a little bit as well, because that left knee is gonna turn out, but not like the pigeon pose. So you're gonna strengthen that outer left hip, left fingertips on the floor, right arm up. Start by just moving the belly from left to right. Excuse me, I guess it's working. Now start to drop the sit bone. Now keep the sit bone down. One more time. Hook, grab onto that outer left shin and stretch that right leg straight. Lift your chest. And then bend and fold. Come down. You're gonna wrap that left arm around the back towards the outer right hip. Keep an even breath, best you can. Keep those legs strong. Keep them strong. Tops of the thighs, inner thighs, outer hips. You slide that left arm all the way towards, the left arm is going to come on the floor towards the foot, so you can grab the pinky toe side of the right foot, or left foot rather, with the right hand. Good, and then lift your chest. You can take your right hand up higher on the left foot. Hop the arm through, walk it through. Good, and then take that right arm all the way behind your back. You see if you can start to bring your left elbow to the inside of the left leg. Maybe line up the forearm with your shin. Nice work. Keep pushing down to those thigh bones. This is stuff I need to do every day for my hips. It's hard. And then release. It's hard to do well. Shimmy it out. All right, move along, move along. Let's see what we got for time here. Oh, we get time. Stand. Stand. What do you think's happening next? Prasarita Padtanasana. Stand. Fingertips in front of the heart. Step. Wide stance. Heels wider than the big toes. Hands to your hips. Take a bend in the knees. Swing your sit bones back. Stretch your fingertips to the floor. Look forward. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Lower the top of your head towards the floor. Walk your hands back. And work to straighten your legs. Good. Walk the hands forward. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the hips, and come to stand. Nice. Heel toe the feet together, bend the knees, and hop. Okie dokie. Now, from the wide-legged stance, we're going to rotate into a twist. So, back to a standing position, fingertips in front of the heart. Take a wide stance. And from here, take a little bend in the knees. Strengthen the inner thighs, outer thighs, fronts of the legs, and glutes. Okay, left arm forward. Right hand's gonna stay on the hip. And as you start to reach forward, engage your belly, cross to here. cross to the shin. Okay, one of these times you cross, grab your ankle. Nice. Now, I'm going to wrap that right arm around the outer hip. Work your legs towards straight, lift your chest. And see if you can take that right arm all the way overhead to the floor. And see if you can start to cross it over towards that left foot, if there's any way you can cross over there, let your head come down. You can work both hands at the shins like I did. Good, bend the knees, so the arms all the way up overhead, stand. Good, then the left hand's gonna come to the hip, bend the knees, strengthen the outer inner thighs. And next time you come across, grab onto that shin. Straighten the legs, wrap the left arm around the low back. Let your head come down. Good, then you're going to take that left arm from behind the back to the floor. Start to rotate your ribs towards that right arm. And start to cross that left arm towards the right shin. And see if you can hold with both hands. Good, bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. And release. Fingertips in front of the heart, shorten the stance, and stand. Awesome. Back to the ground we go. So what we have next is Halasana. Now, this is a pose I usually do in the studio and try to monitor. So if you have stuff going on with your neck and you don't have blankets, I'm going to give you an option, okay? So bridge pose can be an option if you don't want to do Halasana. And if you don't know bridge pose and you're already this far in the class, I highly doubt that, but you're going to do a bridge pose like this. Nothing fancy. We're going to come back to doing a bridge pose. Now, if you don't have blankets but you feel okay doing Halasana, great. But just be aware that having the support of the blankets is what, for most people, keeps their neck from receiving too much body weight. Because the body weight is amplified once it's sent into the spinal column and the cervical spine. So just know that. You don't have to be fearful. So one of the things we're going to do prior to Halasana, which is plow pose, is just some spinal rocking. So you can have your arms down by your side and just rock. And you can also do this in combination with your bridge pose if you're not going to practice Halasana, plow pose. And if that doesn't feel good for your neck, I would say plow pose is out of the question. Now keep rocking. The next time that you rock up, sit up, and you're going to grab, if you have 2 blankets, grab a couple blankets. Bring the blankets to the edge of your mat. I'm going to slide my mat this way a little bit so you can continue to see my head in the frame. Neaten out the blankets. If you don't know how to organize this, you can just keep rocking and doing bridge pose. If you don't have 2 blankets, use 1. We're not going to be here a hella long time. Okay, so my head is going to go on the wood floor and my shoulders are going to go on the blankets. When I get lined up and my head is on the wood floor and my shoulders are on this blanket right towards the edge, I'm going to heave my legs all the way overhead to the floor, which will be known as Halasana. So once my legs get to the floor, I'll show you what that'll look like, and just continue to watch. So from getting my setup, my head is on the wood floor, shoulders are on the blanket, there's a little bit of a lift blanket above the top of my shoulder. Legs come to the floor. I'm going to dress my shoulders, walk them under, interlace my hands, lift my ribs up towards the ceiling. I'm going to take my hands to my low ribs
I'm going to lengthen my spine. So I want you to try to lengthen your spine, lift your thigh bones up. Okay, so I'll show you that from the back, and I'll show you the following position that we'll do. Leg position wise. So if you're still watching, great. If you're already in Halasana or bridge pose, great. All right, so we'll get the feet overhead. Lift up, hands to the low ribs on the back. Feet together. And then we'll take that wide stance. And then you bring your hands to the feet. And strengthen the tops of your legs, inner thighs, outer thighs, buttocks, spread your toes. Okay? So, if you have not come up into bridge pose or Halasana, come on up. It is so awkward in a lot of ways, teaching in this format. And so your Halasana, take a couple breaths with your feet together. If your head keeps sliding off the blankets, then maybe every time you bring your ass and legs up and overhead, maybe today's not the day for this pose. Maybe you wait till we're back in the studio. And if you have had 3 or 4 breaths with your feet together, start to walk your feet apart. Try to do that evenly, just like your breath. Have an even distance, off center with both feet. Move the feet evenly, and see if you can do the same sort of even transition. Maybe do one hand at a time, but if you can take both hands from the low back, out and overhead into the feet, you can grab onto the pinky toe edges of the feet. But as you hold the feet, don't round too much into your spine. It's not a leg thing, it's a spinal thing, it's a shoulder thing. Lift your spine up, even if you decide you want to go back to holding the back of the ribs for that support. Now that you've had a couple breaths with your feet wide, you can let go of your feet. Keep your arms on the floor overhead. Walk your feet in towards each other. And then from there, you're going to look in the direction of your hands, so your arms are still overhead on the wood floor. Look overhead, and start to bring your knees into your chest. Keep looking overhead and slowly roll out. And as you roll out, you lower your buttocks back to the ground. And take a moment. Now if you were in bridge pose, you can come down. I know that was a long bridge pose. Roll over to one side, everybody, and come on up. And let's see where we're at. We've got some minutes where we're working it. So what's next is kind of a moving bridge pose. So for those of you that are already done bridge pose, you're warmed up. So your feet will move. So again, I'll do a demonstration. You can just take rest and watch. I'll do it from this angle so you can definitely see my feet moving. So on your back in a bridge position in a moment. Right now you're watching. Clasp your hands behind your back. And your feet are going to walk evenly and sink over to the right. Lift your chest. And see if you can leave your chest lifted as you lower your sit bones down. And then lift back up. And walk to the left. And see if you can keep your chest lifted. And lower those sit bones down. And play with that. Okay? So, lie on your back. Feet up close towards your body. Feet hip-width distance apart. Press into your feet, lift your bum up off the mat, walk your shoulders underneath your body more, and go for the clasp of the hands. If you can't get the clasp of the hands, it's gonna be hard to get the sit bones down because your arms will be too wide like where your buttocks is. You need the arms to angle in, so you can just practice walking the feet. So as you walk your feet to the right, get them over to the right as much as you can. Keep a lift through your chest, especially that right armpit, and begin to lower the sit bones down. Use control through the belly. And then lift up and walk your feet over to the left. Keep a lift to the sit bones, keep a lift to the chest, and then lower the sit bones. You might actually just sit on the forearm. You might sit on your hand. You might sit on the floor outside the forearm and lift back up. Go back over to the right, nice and steady. Don't go fast. Lower down. And come up. Cross all the way from the right, through center, to the left, lower down, lift up, walk back to center, unclasp your hands, and lower all the way down. Deep breath in. Exhale out through your mouth. Final pose. We made it. Come on up. Find one of your blankets or a block. I guess I'm just going to use a block. This is going to be easier. I have 2 blocks here. So come into a table position. Have the blocks or the blanket to the outside of the feet down there. Okay? And then from here, you're going to swing both of your feet over to the left. And you're going to sit back, and as you come back, you're going to take the block or the blanket underneath your right hip. All right, and then Bharadvajasana. Swing that left arm up, and as you lift your chest, you're going to turn to the right. You're going to take that right arm back behind you, and then that left hand is going to clip to the outside, like we've practiced, the outside of that right leg. And this arm is going to go behind the back. Good. And then as that arm goes behind the back, have it up and lift and lean back over that arm. The block's a little tall. I'm going to lower down. Use a blanket. There, that's enough. So you're going to start like we did earlier. Now that you have the leg and arm position, turn your ribs towards that left arm. Turn your gaze, look down towards the left knee. And then keep the gaze down and peel your ribs away. Keep reaching that right hand around. Lean back. Lift your chest. Soften the back of your eyes. Back of your brain. Back of your throat. Back of your heart. Release. Okie dokie, come back to a table position. Take that prop, your blanket, a sweatshirt, whatever you got, over to the left side, swing your feet to the right. You're gonna place the top of your left foot in the right foot. I guess that's nice. Yeah. Right foot and the left foot for this side. Good. And then get support underneath that left sit bone so you're not all the way down here. Lift up so that you can be tall. Great, and then right arm comes up. Exhale, cross. Lean back, and take that left arm all the way behind you. Good, lean back. And as you lean back, turn your ribs towards that right arm. Look down towards the right knee. And then start to roll the ribs away. Keep looking down. Belly again. From left to right. And release. What a wonderful practice. Hope you enjoyed it. Come to lie down on your back or come into a comfortable seated position to close. I'll stay with you for a minute, leave you with some parting words, and then you stay and complete your practice in a way that feels good for you. Set up. Shavasana or meditation.
to rest. Continue to soften the backs of your eyes, back of your brain, back of your throat. Soften the back of your heart. And just allow for yourself to rest. Spiral into what it is you desire. Circle and cycle back to the things you know and trust, the things that work. And let these practices of rotation in our physical body and these practices of equanimity in our breath be strong metaphor for living our lives